Researchers in Massachusetts believe they may be on the brink of creating a revolutionary, non-addictive painkiller. It could be a big step forward in dealing with the growing opioid crisis. Kenneth Craig has more.
And not many people know they're addicts until they start using.
Mark Lochesano felt a gratification from painkillers with his very first pill, prescribed by a doctor for a sports injury. It was the beginning of an opioid addiction that consumed his 20s and nearly cost him his life.
I ended up wrapping my work truck around the telephone pole one night on my way home from work, and that wasn't even enough for me to stay clean.
Mark is now in treatment at St. Christopher's Inn, run by a ministry of the Franciscan Friars of the Atonement in Garrison, New York. He's part of a staggering number of Americans swept up in the nation's opioid epidemic. But now, these three Harvard-trained scientists believe they've developed a breakthrough, a non-narcotic painkiller 50 times more powerful than morphine, but is non-addictive.
We were told the same thing about the painkillers currently on the market, that they were non-addictive, that there was no risk for dependency, and look where we are now.
The onus is really on all of us to make sure that the scientific rigor is maintained.
The team at Blue Therapeutics believes the answer lies in their molecule Blue 181. It works by clinging to a different receptor in the central nervous system than opioids, eliminating the narcotic high, abuse, and dependence risks.
It targets receptors in the spinal cord where you are able to reduce the perception of pain without targeting areas of the brain which lead to the addiction side effects.
Dr. Robert Griffin specializes in pain management.
It takes a long time to really know all the long-term effects and really to prove that something has no risk of addiction over time.
Do you see this, your concept, as part of the solution to combating the opioid epidemic?
Absolutely. I think the opioid epidemic, the main driver of it is the fact that a lot of us are in pain. And if we don't give effective painkillers, we're never going to solve the problem.
Blue Therapeutics says it could be 5 years or so before the drug makes it through clinical trials to see if they confirm its claims. Kenneth Craig, CBS News, Cambridge, Massachusetts.
Several other companies and researchers are working to develop similar drugs. Blue is preparing for its first clinical trial, but the compound hasn't been tested in humans yet.